Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How are you guys? Welcome to your weekly energy check-in. We're going to dive right in here. We do this every single week. We just see what the messages are for you, what might be presented to you, energies to look out for, any other side messages, all that good stuff. So if you're into that, stick around with me. My name is Anna, and I'm a very proud Leo. Happy birthday to all my freaking amazing, beautiful Leos. If you just had a birthday, if it's today, or if you're going to have your birthday, I wish you all the best, my babies. Let's jump in, okay? Take what resonates for you, leave what doesn't. Leave all the other stuff aside. If it's not part of your story, it's not part of your story, okay? Let's see. Don't forget, guys, I work off the love, the likes. Don't forget to give it a like if it resonates for you. Share it out to your friends. Tell a friend of a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and come on back and see me, okay? All right, we have anxiety. So, yeah, we're starting this week off a little rough. You may have some anxiety. Maybe some of you suffer from anxiety or panic attacks. That could be a thing. Or maybe there's just something that's really important that's coming up for you. Maybe an important decision this week around something that feels high anxiety. So let's take a look. It says worries and distress. The woman on this card is filled with anxiety, worrying about something that's causing her a great deal of discomfort. Receiving this card upright might indicate that you're experiencing a time of increasing stress, perhaps even a situation that you find yourself brooding about much of the time. What are you irritated about? Let it go, okay? Let it go. Try your best. However, if you'll notice the scene outside the window, the storm is distant, it's far away, and perhaps even moving away. Whatever is going on, this card is telling you to release the worry and let yourself relax. It feels like this is on the way out. Brooding and fretting will never solve things, so trust in yourself and your process. When you live with a relaxed heart and mind, you're far more likely to receive the solutions that you seek, okay? Let's talk about some of the positives this week. All right, my loves, the positives this week. I hope you guys are having a great day. All right, let's see. What are the positives this week? What else can Leo expect? Oh, we have prosperity. Oh, I love this for you. Some of you may be hitting a little financial jackpot here, and I dig this for you. So some good luck when it comes to fortune and money this week. Maybe whatever you're doing is going to increase financially for you. Maybe you get some sort of notice that your boss wants to pay you some more money, or you get a bonus, or maybe you even find some money, okay? Loving that for y'all. Let's see what's going to be one of your bigger challenges. I feel like the anxiety is already a challenge. Like, what the hell? We just came out the gate with all sorts of fret and worry. But let's see. What could be challenging for Leo this week? What could be challenging for Leo this week? What could be challenging? Okay, we have the Dragon's Duel. Inner conflict, morality, conscious, choice. This is a card number 23. And let's read it really quick. 23. Okay, so when you get this card, this is actually an ally and a challenger. I feel like you got this card a couple weeks ago, so this is coming up again. This is something that's repeating itself, okay? It says the Dragon's Duel takes place at a proverbial. It is retrograde, and I don't typically like to blame other things for my actions, but please, if I'm speaking like I never spoke before, this happens every retrograde. Anybody here can attest to it who's been here for like a couple of years. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, if you're at a proverbial fork in the road, it's both ally and challenger at once, as it represents the tension of opposites. Even though the truth is what we live in unity, we experience the duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. This aspect of your current experience asks you to accept, and although you may be going one way, another way may call you to change direction. Now is the time to inquire whether it's your ego or your soul that's leading you into that direction. Decision making also solves inner conflict. If you're torn between two dragons, the one that you choose to feed will be the one that wins. Which is it? If it's not the one that serves your highest intentions, deliberately feed the other one and the duel will be won in your favor. Okay. So it's kind of like that old proverb about, you know, which wolf will you feed? There's one this way and one that way. Okay, so the same kind of energy this week again. So I feel like maybe whatever was challenging you a couple weeks ago when we got this card before is now maybe coming up again for some of you, all right? Let's take a look at money. Since this is a money, love, career reading, we're covering all the things. Let's see what we got here for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, we've got recognition, we've got comfort, and we've got gift. You may be getting gift from people. You may be getting a gift because it is your birthday. Okay, it says someone will give you a gift and help you in some way. So you could be getting some sort of favor this week. You have natural talents and abilities, gifts that are waiting to be discovered. And maybe you're discovering those this week. And if you're not, maybe it's time to sit down and look at some of that and see what you can actually do with it. Because I say this all the time on here. If you can teach something, then you can earn money. That's it. If you have a skill, you can earn money doing that skill or teaching other people how to do that skill. It says you're sitting on your gifts and talents. You've got to believe that you are meant for something great. Okay. We have the comfort. Some of you may be going on vacation. Okay, I love this for you. Your income is steady and you're living comfortably. Some of you are doing really well. You're kind of in a nice little groove right here. It says keep raising the bar and to get out of your comfort zone. So every time you get comfortable where you're at, challenge yourself so you can get out to the next level, right? To the next thing that's for you. Now, the warning, being too comfortable and playing too safe is hurting your success. So some of you are not challenging yourself enough, and that's the message for this week. You need to challenge yourself so that you're moving from being in a comfortable space, like I make X amount of dollars, right? If you want more, then you're going to have to challenge yourself to get out of accepting that that's all there is, or you feel okay there, or you shouldn't have more, or whatever. Fuck being humble. Go get the bag. All right. Recognition. That's just the state of how I'm living these days. I'm like, look, fuck all the things that are going on in my head. Screw it. Right. I'm my worst enemy. So if I'm going to keep telling myself stupid stuff, like why, just change the way I'm thinking about it. Forget your mind. Tell yourself something good, okay? Go get what you're looking for in life. It doesn't have to be the bag. It's whatever you want. Recognition. You will get recognition or reward that you deserve this week. I'm loving that for you too, guys. You're not going to get recognized if nobody knows who you are, though. So stand out and don't be afraid to stand out and shine this week. Let people see who you are. If you've got a gift, if you can teach things, right, get out there and make some shit happen. All right, Leos? It says your hesitation to grab the spotlight is keeping your talents hidden. So really there's a big theme of understanding that there's something special about you. And when you're just sitting on these qualities about yourself, you can't be seen. So you can't complain that people aren't seeing you, that nobody recognizes you, that nothing is happening for you. You've got to get up and start showing people I am that, you know what, bitch, I am that dude, like, here I am, right? Show people that you're out there, okay? All right, cool. I'm going to get one or two cards from here, and then we're going to move on because I want to jump into this tarot very soon. All right. I'm trying to not to be like Baba Jolie. She'd be talking for like 4 hours. I love her, but she gets a million cards and talks a long time, and I love that about her, but I can't energetically do it. I'm trying to shorten my videos, actually. All right, so if you have a question, a yes or no question, I want you to hold it into your mind, and I want you to close your eyes if you feel like you can, or you're in a space to, and ask that question. And I'm going to give you an answer. It says, very likely at this time, the situation or outcome is likely to occur. Okay. Let's see what else do we have here for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have autumn. Maybe this might be happening in autumn for you. So we have a time frame. It says full moon within the next 6 to 9 months. This is Queen energy for those who need to know. And we have the Sapphire, mental, spiritual insight, hope and faith. Let's see, being the life of the party. So you may get invited to a lot of parties here. It's great. I love this for you. It's actually you getting a lot of what you deserve as far as like reverence, you know, people telling you how much they care about you. They like you. They see you as an inspiration. They see you as whatever you do, a great artist, a great friend. You know, this could come along with that birthday energy too, but I definitely feel like this is just people seeing your wisdom, your power, and your strength, and really looking up to that or looking to you for guidance, Leo. Listen, we're wise ass people. People be like, oh, Leos only think about themselves like 24/7. No, we don't. No, we don't. We came to the planet to support people being able to tap into their mega personal love for themselves and their freedom and their joy and shit. Like, Leos, I feel are like really happy-go-lucky, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. Anyway, let's look what we got here. We got the Wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Okay, so you may face a little bit of this energy this week, but never fear. I think it's pointing out that that's something many of you need to deal with. If you've been trying to figure out how to grease his squeaky wheel, this week is going to be the week for you. We have October, so we have another date again. And what do we have here? 6 to 9 months. October's not 6 months away. But maybe there's something occurring for you in October. Maybe some of you are taking a trip. Okay, maybe some of you are taking a trip or something solidifying for you in October. Let's see what else we got here. We've got the archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up for you. Maybe some of you, this is leading into October, or it will, you know, happen for you in October. But it feels more like it's this week. You may start seeing things in a way that you haven't seen them before as more of possibilities and opportunities instead of, you know, why can't I get what I want? Sometimes you have to shift your consciousness in the way you're experiencing life so that you can fully see opportunities. And I feel like you might be working on that. We have the harp, great happiness. So there's a lot of happiness this week too, okay? All right. So a big focus on what am I doing? Where am I going? Is this shit gonna work? Yes, it will. Stay positive. All right, let's jump into tarot because I'm not going to take all day. All right. I'm not going to take all day. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or sometimes. All right, let's see. What's the overall energy for Leo? We're talking money, love, career, any side messages, please, Spirit. Overall energy this week for Leo. Oh, okay. Well, you gave me 2 cards. That's great. Ooh, love this. Some of y'all are focusing on ideas to make money with here and maybe having some breakthroughs with that. Again, Queen of Pentacles. We're talking about somebody who down to earth, mothering, caring, grounded, resourceful. So here we are having a breakthrough in resources, money, quite possibly for some of you. Also, new ideas, communication. There may be communication about money that's coming through here this week too with these cards as well. These are really great cards. They're not bad. So overall, maybe some of you are strategizing on money. That's a big focus for you this week, and how to become a professional at whatever you do. Just get started. That's all I can tell you. You don't have to be a professional. I see people out here bragging about how they've been reading cards since they fucking were in a womb and shit. Bitch, no you haven't. And listen, mediocre at best at what they do. And I see people who have no experience walk into things and they do fucking fantastic because they're meant to do it. They don't have to brag, etc., etc. Okay, so just get started. That's all you need to do. All right, so let's look at the week. I'm going to get 5 cards. I'm going to look at a challenge. I'm going to look at your potential outcome and advice. 1. Okay, 1 card came out. That's the Page of Wands. Love this. Some of you may be planning travel. We're coming up with some new ideas. You could also get some really good news this week as well. Okay. You got the devil. You have the moon. I'm not liking this. But we're going to look at it in all the different facets. Okay, one more card here, please, for Leo. Talk to me about this week. All right. Eight of Pentacles. Biggest challenge for Leo right now is the Seven of Swords. Scheming, planning, coming up with something. Now, some of you might be in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, you may get some news or find out some information about something that that's happening in the relationship. Some of you are dealing with some anxieties and some fears. It could be that there's a lot of fear here. We have the moon and the devil. Okay, we're going to clarify this, but you're dealing with feeling scared about something. Is it a new beginning? Because we have this Page of Wands, and it could very well mean that there's a new beginning for you that you're feeling a lot of nerves about. It's the unknown, okay? So really stressing and having anxiety over what you don't know. Some of you may be really trying to leave your comfort zone to find a place of happiness here. For some of you, maybe it's a move, maybe it's selling your house, maybe it's doing something that feels very big. But whatever this thing is, you might be concerned about working and job and how do you make this happen? How do you make this big jump, this leap, this change? So like I said before, it's just acting, just doing it. Like I said, there are people out here that don't know shit and are doing 10 times better than I'm doing. And I know shit, right? I mean, dare I say I know some shit. I don't really know much of anything, but trust me, there's a lot more than I know than some people, and these fucking people are making $1 million. So, don't, as they say, my Jamaican friends say, don't watch no face. Don't watch no face, okay? Don't worry about what other people are doing. There's a lot of bullshit artists out here, right? And they're making a lot of money. Meanwhile, you're sitting here trying to be a good person. Worry less about being a good person. Take the risk. All right. But still be a decent person. Okay. Anyway, a lot of really interesting energy here. You may feel like stuck, like a little bit stuck this week, a little bit kind of like, I want to do this, but I can't because I feel kind of stuck here. Okay. So, let's dive in and see. Actually, let me get the potential outcome really quick. Potential outcome for Leo. Okay. That was the King of Cups. And the advice, please. The advice for Leo. The advice. There it is. It's the Knight of Cups. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. So let's clarify this. I got the devil twice. I have Capricorn out here. I have Pisces / Cancer. Okay. If that's important for you. Clarify this Ace of Swords. Wow, that's fast. Okay, yeah, a lot of anxiety again. What's the anxiety about? Is this maybe about a new home? About some of you may be wanting to move careers or changing careers here, and there's a lot of anxiety about that. There may be a stroke of like, maybe I should do this finally. Maybe I should try this finally, get out there and do it. But there's a lot of also sleepless nights and anxiety over it. You may have a little bit of insomnia happening too. Be careful of like your legs this week, your legs, your feet, your ankle, your toes. From the knee down, I want to say, just be aware of like your shins, something like that, or anything around the shins happening. Okay. Let's see why we have the Page of Wands here. This is some good news, but it's also a startup project, something brand new. Some of you are definitely feeling a lot of feelings over it. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Oh, some of you may be buying a home too. This talks about legacy money. It talks about our family, our home, our stability in the long term, and feeling really settled, okay? Why do we have the moon? Why do we have the moon? Clarify the moon. Boy, you don't want to talk to me today, do you? Page of Cups, okay. What's the devil? clarify the devil. Okay, all right. And the Queen of Cups. Oh, the Emperor, the Eight of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Okay, clarify the Seven of Swords as a challenge. I figured I'd just divvy all these cards out now, okay? All right, so let's take a look at this. If I'm looking at this as a relationship, there's somebody who has some hidden feelings for you here, okay? However, this person is using a lot of flattery to try to manipulate you, okay? So be aware. There could be somebody you work with, something like that. You may have just met somebody. For some of you, you may have just met somebody, and this is on your brain a lot because you can't. There might be what I guess maybe it would be considered cognitive dissonance a little bit. You might be having somebody that's trying to love bomb you a little, but you're kind of like avoiding it. You're really being very guarded. It's stressful because you're trying to like see what this person is about. I would definitely say that I feel this person is probably trying to love bomb you. I think that they're highly manipulative. Why? Because bitch, I got the, you know what I got. I got the big wood with the devil. Okay. Whoever this is, this person is Page of Cups. They have a hidden intention. All right. They see something in you, Page of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. You're successful, so on and so forth. Be careful of energy vampires. This could be a friend. It doesn't have to be romantic. But I kind of feel that kind of icky feeling. I don't really like this person very much. You know me. I'm going to tell it like it is. They a bitch. I don't like them. I don't like them. Okay. So I feel like somebody here is like just unethical. They're coming off as like the sweet, but there's something hiding underneath the surface with this person that I don't really care for. So be very careful of that, okay? I also have Aries here. You are a very kind, compassionate, emotional type of person. This person, why we have this here is I think with Aries energy, you're trying to be the boss of your emotions and not show this person your cards up front and let them know like, hey, I want love, but it probably ain't with you. You know what I mean? Like you're being cautious. You're throwing caution to the wind here because I think something in you senses that something's not quite right. You can't put your finger on it though. So you kind of been waiting to see what's going on here. Now, Five of Swords. There's an experience I feel like you're having this week. You're going to learn. There's going to be a conversation that happens where you're going to start to understand that this person really isn't for you. I feel like you're gravitating away from them this week because you're learning now Eight of Pentacles. You've worked really hard at recognizing when people are saying certain things, doing certain things, and I feel like you're getting to this point where you're keeping this person at a distance, okay? Biggest challenge is the Seven of Swords. This is a manipulative person. They're a scheming person. They're kind of a taker energy. They're very deceptive. So you have the King of Pentacles. All you can really do is do your best to have your own integrity. And what's making this clear to you is that it's kind of like not everything that glimmers is gold. People can have their shit together. King of Pentacles. Yeah, this person could be the kind of person who shells out money and takes care of people, but it's for their own benefit. This person has no plans to put you in a relationship to actually be with you. And I think that's something you need to learn to this week, or you will learn this week. You'll see it. You'll start understanding it. You might even feel it because some of you think, some of you hear, some of you feel. It's different for everybody else, how you comprehend the intention here. So the intention here is not very good from this person, although your intentions are. Be careful you're not getting, the left hand while the right hand's doing something behind your back here, okay? I do feel for some of you, if this is a friendship, somebody wants to kind of tarnish your name a little bit because you intimidate them when it comes to the level of integrity that you have as opposed to them. So you wouldn't lie, cheat, steal, but you're dealing with somebody here who would definitely lie, cheat, steal, or has been lying, cheating, stealing, because that's the way that they operate everything in their life. Okay. So just understand, somebody is very bothered by you. It could even be their anxiety showing up, so they get this great idea, oh, I'm gonna go fuck with Leo, I'm gonna go try to tear Leo down for whatever reason. The reason they're doing this is because they don't like themselves very much. The reason this person would try to use you in the relationship is because they don't like them very much. That's what it is at the end of the day. But you pose a strong opposition to them by being in that emperor energy. Like, I already know what I want. You could try all day long, but you're not going to penetrate. So I think they've been trying to like get to you or get through to you, but you're not letting it bother you. You're just like, dude, I see you. I'm going to see you. I'm going to let this play out, and I'm going to see you for who you really are. And you will. Okay. Potential outcome, King of Cups. Why is that here? And the advice, Knight of Cups. Okay, give me one more card for this King of Cups. One more card. Potential outcome is that you create some boundaries and you really go back to this place of like, just understanding. I feel like you get it and you understand it about this person and you let them know. I feel like maybe there's a conversation that happens and you let this person know, hey, listen, I think you're really nice or whatever, if we're talking relationship. However, not for me, not my circus, not my monkeys. I feel like you're pushing me, like you're challenging me in ways that I don't want to be challenged about, like my feelings, about like my integrity, things like that. Like maybe this person has crossed the line with you, right, Leo? Maybe they crossed the line and you're like, hey, I got to lay down the law. So I see you kind of doing that and getting back to a grounded space here, okay? Because you need to do what's best for you emotionally and in your physical space. Some of you have had physical violations by people, and maybe this person has attempted something like that, so you're just kind of standing your ground right now and not letting this person push you around or try to manipulate you. Okay, now your advice, be yeah, don't confuse all the sweetness for actual love, because it doesn't work like that. The moon and the 7 of Cups, lots of delusion, lots of confusion. Watch people's actions, not the things they're saying, okay? Because a lot of people will talk out of their emotions. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Fuck that. Bullshit. Bullshit. Seen you at the corner store with Rebecca one more time. Okay, y'all were getting them singles, them little singles, 25-cent cigarettes. Okay, and some malt liquor, some Colt 45, bitch. Okay, you weren't born yesterday, my loves. And you weren't born under a rock. So remember, give people that time to show you long enough, because this is like, it feels like the advice is to remember that people can easily emotionally manipulate you if you aren't solid in your own feelings and what you really want, okay? And to be aware that that's what's happening here. That's what's happening here. This person is in a disguise. They're disguising, doing things for you, but this is part of the emotional manipulation, part of the bonding that they want to do so that they can get what they want from you. This person definitely wants that cookie, that goodie. Okay, not my goodies. Okay, definitely looking for something and does not have the best intentions. If we're talking a friend, same thing. Same thing. Recognize that not everybody that says they love you is somebody who actually loves you. Sometimes people are looking at you as a means to an end. And you've got to be able to be very clear about your own emotional stability here with that Knight of Cups, how I feel about me, my own self-compassion, my own love for myself, in order to be able to have solid boundaries, stand your ground, and keep the nasties away. Okay, the dusty mother effing. Okay, don't get me started. All right, let's grab one or two more cards here, and then we're going to wrap it up. All right, my loves, I hope you enjoyed this reading so far. If you have, please do not forget to give it a like. Don't forget to sub. Come on back and see me. Talk to me about this reading, please. Okay, soulmates in reverse. I feel like this is over, okay? I feel like this person may have even said something like that to you, like, I feel like we're soulmates, or they've wanted you as a life partner. Now guess what popped out? Talking and the backstabbing. Interested, awaited messages, text calls, email, talking more. But we have the backstabbing, heartbreak, pain, separation, loss, deception, lies, shocking attack. So I would be very careful with this individual, whether it's a friend or somebody you're in a romantic relationship with. That's why we say take it as it resonates, because I know what this means to you. You know, I'm just reading the cards, but I feel like this person is deceptive, and you need to know that and be very careful about giving your heart to people who just say things like, oh, we're soulmates. I feel they're pushy. They're interested. They want your interest. They don't want you. They want your attention. They don't want you. They want that cookie, babe. Okay, they want that. They want the magic stick. Okay. That's what they're looking for, because that for them is what love might be. And fortunately enough for you, that's not what love is for you. Okay, I got one more card, my loves, and then we're going to wrap it up. It's the Wisdom Within card. Let's see the Wisdom Within. Let's see this Wisdom Within. What's the message for Leo? Here we go. The message is, in the struggle, find your true calling. In the struggle, find your true calling. Okay, I don't know. Spirit just be doing things. Why was it so different from the whole reading? Don't know. All right, my loves. I love you so much, guys. Thank you so much for always supporting me and being here for me. I'll see you on the next one. Have a fantastic week.